Alright, Movie 6 here on the third attempt of the day for the satisfactory live stream. uh, okay, let me tell you guys what has been going on with my on and off satisfactory live stream just now. This is the third attempt of my satisfactory live stream of the day. Being the first and second attempt was the actually kind of a failure because for some unknown reason OBS Studios started to monopolize all of the available RAM and trying to push back Satisfactory from having the privilege of using any available RAM. And currently the game has crashed randomly, so but so far the OBS Studio software exceed like didn't exceed more than didn't reach at least 1 GB of RAM usage so far. And based on my memory consumption, the performance tab, the maximum memory usage was somewhere like maybe 8 or 9 GB or maybe 10 GB of RAM usage. Yeah, the whole stream has been all about me talking about the RAM usage because uh, please, I do not want to continue rambling about the RAM usage. It's just I do not know why the hell that earlier the OBS before I restarted my whole system, the OBS decided to monopolize all of the RAM usage up until close to 8 GB of RAM for some no reason. Even though OBS software is just a streaming tools, and its job is actually to upload any video stream to the internet. Man, it took me quite a while. How long has it been? 1 hour in attempt to do this properly. Oh dear, oh dear, my goodness. So the game crashed earlier just now, and it took me how long was it to load the save file just now? Maybe like 5 minutes or so. Yeah. Right. Let's see. I hope the whole thing is going to be fluid from now on. And the game's kind of froze, like yeah, the game froze. It's not responding based on the task manager over here. It's telling me that it's not responding, hovering about 6.8 CPU usage, memory consumption 206 megabyte of RAM. But that is the recent data before it started to become not responding, and the crash reporter appeared. Yeah, the crash reporter appeared. Right. I'm gonna send and restart the whole thing. Hold on, hold on. I think there were two kind of like satisfactory process that's running concurrently. Was it? Let me verify. Factory game. Satisfactory is non-existent because um the process name for satisfactory is factory game -win64.exe, I think. It is actually factory game dash win64 dash shipping dot exe. So on okay, only one instance of satisfactory process currently. So let's try to load the game again. Let's try to manually load from this one instead of continue pressing the continue button here. Okay, let's see. And yeah, what took me so long earlier is also that the whole restart sequence took me quite a while. Um, to shut down the computer took me like five 5 minutes. Yeah, somewhere in the range of 5 minutes. Yeah, that's quite a lot. And then after that, going into the Windows itself, loading the whole thing, also like at least another 5 minutes. Uh, the whole thing about restarting the whole Windows thingy is quite um quite mysterious. More like a sure problem solver for any kind of problem. There's a meme going on. Like, I am having a problem over here. Can you give me a support? And then the tech support be like, have you ever tried turning your computer off and on again? See whether or not it will fix your problem. Okay. Hmm. The game crashed. Ah. Hmm. The game kept crashing again. Let me try to load into a little bit um a save game that's slightly earlier, like the autosave number one instead of the autosave number two. Or was it? Was it? I forgot. I forgot which one was it. Was it the autosave zero, or was it the autosave two? Nonetheless, I'm going to load the one that's all closest to the recent one, the previous one, and let's see. Yesterday also the same case where the game kept crashing, and let me check the memory consumption of the OBS Studio. Same thing, around hovering around 500 megabyte. I do not know why that is the case, that earlier the OBS Studio decided to monopolize 8 gigabyte of available memory, and started to do like and started to take everything away, the available performance to itself. Hmm. I guess that is what what people call it as memory leaks, I think. Okay, I am currently loading the second recent autosave that's available to me right now, and satisfactory slowly ramping up its memory consumption. Currently it's at 3 gigabyte of memory consumption. Right. Right. I'm not sure about the OBS Studio. I do hope that OBS Studio still continues to retain its memory consumption around, hovering around 500 megabyte of RAM. And gonna turn off the preview to see if that would reduce Anything? Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Yeah. Once again, I'm sorry with the whole thing. Let me try to see if anything is going to be resized, especially the window size. Okay, where am I at? Currently, I need to activate again the milestone tracker, obstacle clearing, and then uh, feed the leaves here. Hmm. Okay, I'm going to connect this. Yesterday I also been having issues where to I need to proceed beyond this point. Where I wanted to proceed beyond this point actually. So that is this is my ongoing problem with Satisfactory. Trying also to live streaming as well. Got a hectic day. Let's see, I'm going to change this into iron rod. What is happening? The game's not responding. Game's not responding. Come on. I think the game is going to crash. Is it? Let me check the NVIDIA control panel if the EOS process thingy that is hooked with the Satisfactory is actually for rendered by NVIDIA as well. Welcome, my viewer. Welcome, my viewer. Currently, the game is not responding on me, and the game has crashed. Ah, the game crashed again for some unknown reason. Why? Anyone know? Uh, at this rate, I might not going to do live stream anytime soon for Satisfactory. Man, things just getting started quite interesting. I mean, the game content pretty much into the phase of like interesting phase where I wanted to play the game once again because yeah, the game's just updated yesterday. It's just that it kept crashing for some unknown reason. Do not know why. Let's see. Hmm. Let me check the NVIDIA control panel. What about the memory consumption of a base studio? Still the same, 500-ish megabyte of memory usage. Let's see. Program setting. Hmm. Ah, come on. At this rate, I'm not able to continue with anything else. I'm not able to progress anything at all. Let me try to reload the latest save. maybe they need some kind of like a ritual routine for satisfactory, like it needs to be crashed something like 10 times at least, then the satisfactory will be kind of stable and won't be crashing on me. Hmm, I do not know. Or maybe some kind of an offering like the game has to the game has to crash something like 10 times or 20 times, then the game will be okay. I don't know. Currently I am monitoring the memory usage of satisfactory might be memory leaks by the satisfactory of the Unreal Engine. Who knows? But I am going to monitor if maybe past specific memory consumption limits for the game itself or the Unreal Engine itself may lead to like mm, let me see, might lead to the game instability where it might crash or something. But um right before the crash the satisfactory consumed about 5 gigabytes of memory. Yes, this is the second day of me still discussing about the memory consumption. Come on. Come on. Come on. Why? Why are you kept crashing? Ah. Let me see. My theory where the game is surely going to crash is somewhere. Let me see. Mm, hmm. Okay, the satisfactory game has been set for high performance. Not sure about the other process that is alongside with the satisfactory, the EOS thingy. Let me try to add another process manually. Currently the game consuming 5.3 gigabyte of RAM. And it crashed. EOS overlay renderer. That's the thing. High performance as well. Okay, it is set to high performance. Same thing with the satisfactory. And I'm going to load satisfactory again. At this point, I'm not able to do any gameplay video or live stream for you guys anyway. With the thing with come on. Come on. Why you kept crashing on me? Okay, let's see. Uh Let me see. Okay, I'm going to add a small window snippet for you guys to see. Maybe window capture. I hope that by adding another window capture over here, it's not going to increase or trigger any memory leaks. Okay, let me see. Smaller window. Filters. Right side, status, top. No, 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 no. And bottom. Yeah, that's the thing. I am running this thing on Satisfactory. This is only for your reference. Okay. Okay, I think this is enough. The first row, yeah, the first row, if you can see, let me try to refer my mouse from here for you guys to see. First column, I'm sorry, not the first row. The first column over here is the CPU usage. The second row over here is the memory consumption. So I'm going to hit continue again. Yeah, I'm going to hit the continue. Notice that the memory consumption of the Satisfactory on the first row over there on top of Steam there, it's already somewhere in the range of 1 gigabyte, and the third column over here is the disk consumption. uh this consumption, this usage, this usage, this utilization in megabyte. Okay. Capital B means byte. If it is if it is lowercase b, it is bits. So it is uppercase B means that it is bytes. Okay, the game is currently at 3 gigabyte of RAM usage. I think, let me see about the OBS Studio. OBS Studio still retains the current consumption of 550 megabyte of RAM. Uh, hmm. How long have I been streaming? 28 minutes. Okay, I'm going to reveal the OBS Studio. Okay, I have 3 so far. Okay, the game crashed. That is expected. So I'm going to Unreal Engine 4 crash reporter is appearing before me. I'm going to press send and restart for that report. I'm going to begin recording for this one as well. Because I am going to upload this to my YouTube channel, and perhaps it might going to be quite helpful for the Unreal Engine teams as well as Coffee Stain Studio. I do hope that this is going to be very helpful. What I'm trying to say, I did send an issue ticket in the Satisfactory Q&A website for any bug related or discussion. Not really discussion, it's not about discussion, it's about bug related and feature requests over there. I posted something like the correlation about RAM consumption and the crash issues. Okay, I am into the game. Satisfactory uses currently in the menu okay, let me okay, I'm going to do like a video recording that's dedicated for the YouTube. Okay, I'm going to do a local recording. Okay, here we goes. Hello guys, Nummy6 over here. Today I am going to see or to experiment just to check if satisfactory consuming more than 4.5 gigabyte of RAM usage, will it lead to the satisfactory crashing or not. So over here, as you can see on the screen top right side over here is a snippet from my task manager. I listed only OBS Studio currently, what I am recording right now, as well as Satisfactory and Steam. This Satisfactory is a Steam version. I do believe that it is pretty much similar to the Epic game as well. On the first row is the CPU usage, second row is the memory usage, and the third row is the disk usage. I only uses hard disk drive, HDD, not SSD, solid state disk. I do not have any solid state disk. The correlation with that, my theory is that if Satisfactory uses more than 4.5 gigabyte or 4500 megabyte of RAM, the chances of Satisfactory going to crash is very high, at least 80% or 90%. So I'm going, the usual trigger to make the whole game crash, usually just press the continue button over here. I'm going to press this thing over here and let's see. Note that about the RAM consumption of Satisfactory on the middle over there. Currently the Satisfactory consume about 1 gigabyte of memory. This usage about 20 megabyte per second. Still going up on the memory consumption. Let's see if my hypotheses are correct, saying that if Satisfactory consume 4.5 gigabyte of memory or exceeded that limit, then the game will crash, or higher chance that it will crash or not. Close to 4 gigabyte already and reach the mark of 4 gigabytes. This is a reminder that the game is still this is a reminder that I only press the continue button from inside the game, and the game uses 5.5 gigabyte of RAM currently. The game is not responding, as you can see over here. This side, the game is not responding, and the game crashed. I'm going to restart the whole game again. Send and restart. Okay, Satisfactory registered on the task manager. This time I'm going to try loading the game manually on the latest save. Let's see. The game's still loading. I'm going to do the manual load over here, this button here, load, and the latest save. This is the latest save, which is similar to this one, nuvi6u5 underscore autosave underscore 0. Basically, nuvi6u5 autosave 0. So I'm going to load this one to see if this is going to crash or not as well. This is just for comparison. Whether or not the continue button will result in a guaranteed crash or not, as opposed to manual loading like the one that I do it just now. Okay, currently the game consumes about 1.4 gigabyte of RAM. Yep, just hit that mark. 1.5 gigabyte of RAM, 1.7, 1.8, 2 gigabyte, 2.5, 2.6, 2.8. Okay, that was a success, at least. Okay, note that the comparison earlier when I press the continue button on the main menu, right before this, what you are seeing right now in the game, the RAM consumption already over 5 gigabyte, but by utilizing the manual load, the game only consumes around 3 gigabyte, but currently the game consuming around 5 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, 5.4 gigabytes of RAM, and I think the game already crashed on its own. I'm going to try loading a slightly much earlier save. Yeah, the game crashed. The game crashed. I'm going to try loading a much earlier save like autosave number 2 or autosave number 1. I'm going to launch the game again. This video is only to prove that if the game exceeded certain limit of RAM consumption, then the whole thing may crash. And the limit to that, my theoretical limit to that is about 4.5 gigabyte of RAM usage by the Unreal Engine. Agree and proceed as per usual. Let's do a manual load. Currently this thing is, I think most likely is quite buggy, where the memory consumption of the game itself suddenly goes up beyond 4.5 gigabyte, my theoretical limit before the game really crashed. Let's load, manual load. This is much previous. Should I go with this one instead? I'll go with this one. This one, the autosave number 2 works for short while before the game crash. This, like I said, this video is to see whether or not more than 4.5 gigabyte of RAM usage in a typical computer Windows system will have the game crash or not. This is just like a proof that the game really crashed on my side. Okay, the RAM consumption is 4.1 gig, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4, 4.5. Most likely the game already crashed at this point. 5 gigabyte of RAM usage. Okay, I'm going to load the autosave number 1 later on, because the game already crashed. Yep, the game crashed. One more time, I'm going to load the autosave 1. I think I think this is not a matter of like the EOS Unreal EOS overlay renderer, or maybe I'm not sure, but it might have to do with the autosave. Or should I start a new game instead? You know what? I think I'm going to try start a new game. I'm going to hold with this video. Agree and proceed. Autosave 1. Load. And the memory consumption is 2.5 gigs already by the game itself. After this, if the game really crashed or exceeded beyond 4.5 gigabyte of memory usage, I'm going to try I'm going to try starting another new fresh session, because I'm still not very far from the current session anyway. So I'm going to try it anyway, and let's see if the game really crashed or not. I'm going to leave the view over here on the latest session later on. I think the game already crashed. I'm going to leave this one for the next session. Okay, I'm going to restart the whole game again. Okay, that's it guys. That is the video about the correlations between the satisfactory, if it is whether or not if it exceeds 4.5 gigabyte of RAM usage, will it crash or not? For my case, the satisfactory will bound to crash no matter what, as long as the satisfactory process consumes more than 4.5 gigabyte of RAM usage. So I hope that Coffee Stain Studio able to rectify this issue alongside with the Unreal Engine. I do love this game. I'm looking forward to play this game, but the current issues renders the game kind of mostly unplayable. Okay, nature's call just now. Let's try starting a new game. Again, a new game. Session name, can I just use movie 6 instead? Yes, I can. And skip intro only on gross fields directly. Okay, like I said earlier, I'm going to leave this thing here. And let's see if the satisfactory RAM usage exceeds my theoretical limit or not, and whether or not the game will crash or not if it exceeds or way lower than that. 2.5 gigs. Are there any Christian Studio staffs watching my live stream right now? Okay, let's see. The RAM usage for the game is 2.3 gigs, and yeah, let's continue. My favorite spot is way over there. Or should I build over here instead? Maybe I should just clip this usage column over there. Maybe on top over here would be a good option because it is wider area. Instead of down there would be much much tighter space. Yeah, I guess I will do it on this plane here. I kind of like it over here. Yeah, I will build my hub over here this time. The hub. Okay, obstacle clearing. I'm gonna make biomass from leaves. The RAM consumption is RAM usage is still around 3.5 gigs. So far so good. Yeah, so far so good. Should I erect an external biomass generator right away? I think I should. I need to battle with that thing over there. My hub is over here, so a little bit of walking to do, but let's just fight with this thing over here first. That's right. We got stalked. I still need to get copper later on. 3.5, still 3.5 gigs of RAM usage. Oopsie. Like that. Like that. I bet you like that. I think another one over there right behind this. I saw something moving. Yes. Oopsie. Nice. Still hovering around 3.5 gigs of RAM. I'm not sure what if the autosave comments later on. We shall see. We shall see. Okay, let me customize my quick slot first. Number 1, number 2, and then continued with the power. This one number 3. And then production number 3. Yeah, number 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then autosave arrive. I'm just gonna stand over here. Okay, save completed. Let's go back to the main menu. Whether or not the game will be crashing on us. Okay, RAM usage goes down considerably. Let's just try to continue by pressing the continue button on the main menu. Do note about the RAM consumption, RAM usage for satisfactory. On the top right, the white box on the corner over there on your screen right now. Three 3.5 gigs, 3.7, 3.8, 3.9. Most likely the game has crashed already. If the game crashed, I'm going to end this stream and I'm going to do a conclusive thoughts. I think I'm going to do conclusive thoughts. The conclusion is that currently the game's save is kind of broken right now, especially for update 5, where I think the satisfactory game tries to load unnecessary stuffs more than the Unreal Engine able to handle. Yes, the game has crashed. I'm going to convert the thing just now, the short gameplay with into a normal clip and send it over to satisfactory Q&A. So yeah, I'm sorry about the disappointment uh with the game itself. The game kept crashing. There's nothing I can do anyway. If the satisfactory exceeded 4.5 gigs of RAM usage, then the game itself will crash no matter what. Unless I do a new game every time, but that that is impossible. And that is impossible in a single playthrough. So yeah. So I hope that this info or hypothesis of mine prove to be helpful for any pioneers or satisfactory players or fans out there that facing the same issues on the experimental build. This I hope very useful for the Coffee Stain Studio as well. So yeah, Novi6 signing out. Have a good day and peace.